soft wind hooves on dirt, a lonely road under a red sunset. What if I told you that one of the greatest kings in Westeros once slept in ditches, that a future dragon king once scrubbed armor, stole boots, and answered to the name Egg, before dragons rose again, before rebellions burned kingdoms, before prophecy whispered in royal blood? There was a tall hedge knight, and a stubborn bold boy, and a road that quietly changed history. This is the story of Duncan Egg. After Ser Ireland of Pennytree dies on the road, his squire, a massive awkward young man named Ser Duncan the Tall, buries him alone. No banners, no glory, just dirt. Dunk does something reckless. He claims to be a knight. Was he ever properly knighted? We're never sure, but he believes in what knighthood should be, and sometimes belief is stronger than ceremony. On the road to Ashford Meadow, he meets a bald, sharp-tongued boy. The boy steals his boot. Dunk catches him instead of beating him. He takes him as a squire. The boy calls himself Egg, but Egg is hiding something. At the Ashford tourney, Dunk witnesses cruelty disguised as nobility. A Targaryen prince, beautiful and mad, humiliates a puppeteer girl. Dunk intervenes, and in that moment, a nameless hedge knight strikes a prince of the realm. The prince is Aerion Targaryen, cruel, dangerous, unhinged. The punishment, death, unless Dunk demands a trial of 7. 7 against 7 knights clashing in the dust, kings watching from above. And in the chaos, Prince Baelor Breakspear, the realm's greatest hope, is struck in the head, not by an enemy, but by his own brother. He dies days later, and with that single blow, the future of the Iron Throne shifts forever. And Egg reveals the truth. He is not a common boy. He is Aegon Targaryen, a prince of the blood, the future king, Aegon V, and he chooses to stay on the road. With Dunk, years pass, the road grows longer, the armor grows rusted. Dunk and Egg find themselves in the Reach, serving an old knight named Ser Eustace Asgry. The land is dry, crops are dying, and war simmers over water. Across the stream stands Lady Rohan Weber, young, fierce, brilliant. She built a dam cutting off water to Asgray's lands. A petty feud, maybe. But in Westeros, pride kills faster than swords. Ser Eustace wants blood. He wants Dunk to kill her champion, but Dunk is different. He doesn't fight for pride. He fights for fairness. He offers himself for trial by combat, not out of anger but honor, and when he wins, he doesn't demand revenge, he demands peace, and somehow two rival houses unite through mercy, through restraint, through a hedge knight who refuses to become what the world expects. And Egg watches, learning, always learning, about the small folk, about drought, about suffering, about what a king should protect. Now the road turns darker. Rumors whisper of rebellion. The Blackfyres, a rival Targaryen bloodline, are not finished. At White Walls, a wedding tourney hides treason beneath silk banners. A dragon egg is offered as prize. Knights gather, but this is no tourney. It is a trap. Lords who once bent the knee now dream of crowns. Dunk stumbles into conspiracy once again. He doesn't seek politics. Politics find him. Egg recognizes the danger first, because Egg understands blood, and what blood demands. The rebellion ignites, but before war can spread, a pale figure arrives. Brynden Rivers, Bloodraven, Spymaster, Sorcerer, Executioner. The rebellion is crushed, traitors are taken, castles fall, and Dunk, he once again survives something far bigger than himself. But here's what matters. Egg sees it all. The pride, the greed, the hunger for crowns, and the cost of ambition. Lessons no master could ever teach. Lessons only the road can carve into a king years later. But the road's influence didn't end there. Their journey sent ripples through the future of Westeros in ways you might not expect. Remember Maester Armin of the Night's Watch, the wise old man who mentored Jon Snow. He was Egg's older brother who gave up his own claim to the throne and chose a life of service at the wall. And Ser Duncan's legacy lived on in his bloodline. Centuries later, another tall but fiercely loyal warrior would carry his spirit, Brienne of Tarth. Even the mysterious three-eyed raven has a connection. The spymaster Brynden Rivers, who crushed the rebellion at White Walls, would later become the Green Seer who guided Bran Stark's journey. Their story ends in fire and sorrow at the tragedy of Summerhall, a mysterious event that saw the death of both King and Kingsguard, but also the birth of Prince Rhaegar Targaryen, the man whose actions would ultimately trigger Robert's rebellion. Egg becomes King Aegon V Targaryen, a king who tries to help the small folk, a king who limits the power of cruel lords, a king shaped not by court politics, but by muddy roads, by drought, by hunger, by watching Dunk choose mercy over pride. And who stands beside him? Ser Duncan the Tall, Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, the hedge knight who might never have been knighted. And together, their journey reshapes Westeros quietly, without dragons, without prophecy. Just a man trying to be good, and a boy learning how to rule. In a world obsessed with fire and blood, Dunk and Egg prove something different. Sometimes the most powerful force in history is not dragonfire, not prophecy, not crowns. It's a man choosing to do the right thing, on a dusty road, far from glory. But the tragedy of Summerhall is more than just an ending. It's a dark mystery that still haunts the Seven Kingdoms. What really happened inside those burning halls? The official story is a terrible accident, but whispers tell a different tale. King Aegon V, the boy once called Egg, had grown desperate. His attempts to protect the small folk were blocked at every turn by the powerful lords. He believed only one thing could force them to bend: dragons. At Summerhall, he gathered the last of his line and 7 dragon eggs, attempting a dangerous ritual to bring the dragons back into the world. Some say pyromancers used wildfire, and the magic spun out of control. Others whisper of treason, that the lords who hated Egg's reforms found a way to turn his greatest hope into his funeral pyre. And in the heart of the inferno, as a king and his loyal knight, Ser Duncan the Tall, perished, prophecy was fulfilled. Aerion Targaryen was born amidst the flames, a prince born in smoke and salt, forever marked by the tragedy of his birth. What do you believe truly happened at Summerhall? Was it a tragic accident or a calculated act of treason? Share your theories in the comments below. And if you want to explore more hidden histories of Westeros, be sure to like and subscribe.